Welcome everybody to the sixth ever episode of the Untitled podcast between myself, Stonewall, and my co-host Lorenzo Rocha. This is the second time we've done this because Roach messed up 30 seconds ago, but we're back. We're back. Don't really have any housekeeping, just same stuff.
Get the show on the road.
Getting the show on the road. We didn't do one last night because we didn't feel like it, so we're doing it right now. And to kick it off, we're going to talk about the return of D Rose, his 50 bomb. He's crying, Roach. Are you crying as well?
I'm crying tears of joy for this man because MVP D Rose is back. You heard it here first.
That's fake news. 50 bomb's crazy, but come on. He's not back.
He looked pretty impressive last night.
Yeah, and he's been looking decent this year, but
he's not MVP.
He's not MVP.
We all know it.
Well, he's not. He's never going to be what he was.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't really watch any of it, to be honest. I just watched the highlights.
Yeah, that's it.
And then he got the game-saving block. That was kind of cool. Oh, excuse me. Because he's already crying before that. Like, it was in the timeout before the last defensive possession.
Right.
Tibbs is like, get it together, man. And then they're all like hugging him. Game's not over. But then Dante Exum gets blocked. And
just seal the win.
Yeah, seal the win. And as soon as it ends, like, everyone just starts hugging him. It was pretty cool. It was a good moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he retires tomorrow, I'd be fine with that. Just run off in the sunset.
What do you mean?
He just stops playing. He's like, all right, I'm done.
It was a cool moment. Just, like, knowing all the work and stuff that he's put in, like, dealing with all these injuries, like, to be able to keep his body, at least attempting to keep his body in shape, you know?
Yeah.
To be able to keep playing this long. Like, he even said, like, at the beginning of the season, my injury was back in 2012. 6 years later, I'm still here. Like, think of all the players that his careers have been cut short. Like, I've been fighting through this. And then to see him drop 50 like that was a really special moment. So.
Yeah, but honestly, I think one of the reasons he's still around is because he won the MVP in 2011, and like people just hold on to him. To, like, might do this.
Even at his worst, he's an average NBA point guard. Like, there's.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And he did it against the Jazz, who waived him last year, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was smart for the Jazz to waive. They didn't need another point guard.
Exactly.
They already have too many, but. Yeah, cool moment. He's not MVP caliber. People need to calm down because people are freaking out. Like, MVP D Rose is back. No, this is just somebody that dropped 50. It happens all the time. Like, Michael Beasley can drop 50 sometimes. He did that in China. It is China, but and the Jazz, to do it against the Jazz was pretty impressive.
Great defensive team, yeah.
Yeah, was Donovan Mitchell even playing? I don't think he was.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah, he's not playing tonight.
On Friday as well.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, because of his hamstring.
Yeah.
So he beat up a beaten, injured team, but it is what it is. Take it where you can get. And dude, he had some drives. He drove past. I don't remember who was guarding him. Then he drove past Rudy Gobert like in the same move.
Yeah.
And he did that.
Looked vintage.
It was giving me some flashes.
It was vintage.
That reminded me of after his first injury. He played the Heat, and he just took it straight to the basket first play, and he did all the acrobatic stuff, and I was like,
he's back. He's not. He didn't
changed. Miss a beat, but
exactly.
We all know how the story went. It's so sad.
Rip.
Is he
literal rip?
Is he the like? I know when people talk about like wasted potential, and it's not even wasted potential. The dude won the MVP, but like, what could have been? Is he like the number one? Because people talk about like McGrady, but.
No, I don't think he's the number one. What could have been?
Do not say Penny Hardaway. I swear, dude, I'm gonna break this freaking table.
No, I'm thinking. I can't think of his name. Back in the '80s with the Celtics. Who was that player? Len Bias has to be the greatest. What if?
Well, I mean, he died, so I guess.
I'm just saying,
he
like
died. But yeah. That is
what
sad.
He was expected to be, and then didn't even get to play one game.
I feel like revisionist history like does that a lot. You know what I mean? What was he, the second pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like revisionist history kind of has a little thing of that, but that's part of it. You know, wasted potential is probably the biggest revisionist.
But if we're talking about players that, you know, like started in the league, showed, you know, like future, like showed that they could be, like showed the potential to be a great player, yeah, and then it didn't like pan out in the end. I think D-Rose. I can't think of anyone
because
who's
he even won an
higher than
MVP.
him. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, I think that detracts from it, though.
You think?
Yeah, because...
But it was just the beginning. How old is he? 22, 23?
Yeah.
That's nuts. 20. He's the
Youngest MVP ever.
I feel like by a lot, too. How old was Jordan? Like 25? Nah, he's older than that, probably. Anyway, that's crazy. Good for D-Rose. He's not back. Jimmy Butler's not holding out, as people thought he would.
But on a real note, Penny Hardaway is a pretty big one.
I said Jimmy Butler, dude. You're trying to go this whole thing without saying Jimmy Butler, dude. Can't go 10 minutes.
You screwed it up.
Dang it. Anyway, in other NBA news, the Cavs do not have a head coach. They don't even have an interim head coach. They have an assistant coach. Larry Drew. I read Johnson here. I have notes, people. I prepare. So Ty Lue gets fired. I feel like they were just waiting to fire him. Like, they wanted to do it in the... this is my conspiracy. They wanted to do it in the offseason, but Ty Lue's been so important to, like, Cleveland. They didn't want to, like, just detract this team before the season even started. You know what I mean? You're laughing. Do you agree with that?
Because, no, I was watching something on ESPN earlier this morning.
Did they say that?
No. They said something complete opposite of what you're trying to say right now.
What'd they say?
Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't opposite, but they just said something that I thought was insane. They said they fired Ty Lue because he's too accomplished to coach these lowly Cavs now.
That is the dumbest thing.
He's too good of a coach to coach this team.
What? That's so dumb.
I know, that's why I was laughing. Because I forget who said it. I think it was like Chauncey Billups. Get Up.
You know better.
Or NBA
it'd be good.
Late Night or whatever the heck it was. I forget what I saw. Countdown, yeah. I think it was Countdown. But anyways, I watched something on YouTube, and he said that Ty Lue got fired because he's too high profile to coach the Cavs now.
That's the dumbest thing ever. He's not going to coach ever again in the NBA. Like, you might not.
They were saying how he's first in line to get the next high profile coaching job that opens up.
Maybe if they're stupid like the Pistons. And
he went to 3 straight finals and
LeBron
won one.
3 straight
I know,
finals.
that's what I was thinking the whole time. But
what was the name of Mike Brown?
Yeah,
his old coach. He wasn't a head coach ever again. He coached the Lakers, I think, for a little bit, but then wait, no, he coached the Knicks. Yeah. What happened to that other dude, that Woodson guy? They almost brought him back. They almost brought him back this year.
Was it? He was the coach when they made the playoffs with Melo, right?
Yeah, that was their best team when they were like the 3 seed. No, they think they were the 2 seed. That was probably their best year when they had JR and all them.
Yeah.
And speaking of JR,
anyways, hold on. We're not done. So I want to say something about Larry Drew. They also said that he's not he doesn't want to commit to being the interim coach because
he's already done it.
Of the hit that it would take on his career coaching the Cavs, because they're such a bad team. It would make his if he wants to pursue a head coaching job somewhere else, taking the interim coach job here would hurt his chances of getting a job somewhere else. So that's why he's asking to restructure his deal so he gets money, more money out of doing it.
That kind of makes sense. It's gonna hurt his reputation, so he's like, if I'm coaching this team, I should get paid like a coach.
And they were like, I'm happy for Ty Lue got out of there when he did, because now he doesn't have to take all those L's on his resume.
Did you see? So they were talking about this whole thing, and wait, what? Oh, he was it's all coming back to me. He used to be a head coach of the Bucks. He was the coach before Jason Kidd. So is his reputation really that bad? You know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't know about all that. But I just think he wants security because he's already been the interim head coach of this team before. Right. And he's like, if I'm going to do it again, just pay me as the head coach. Suck around. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, and
because it's so early into the season, you're basically you're basically being the head coach the whole season.
Especially if they don't find someone soon. And a name's been popping up: Avery Johnson, former coach of the Nets, coach of Alabama currently, and Colin Sexton's old coach. I don't see it happening. First off, because Avery Johnson's not a good coach.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't see why that works. I don't care if he coached Colin Sexton before. Like,
yeah, I feel like that kind of hurts Colin Sexton.
I don't even feel like that. That doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't, but Avery Johnson's a cool guy. But still, like, I feel like that would hurt somebody in the long run if you bring in their college coach. You know what I mean? You got to adapt to the NBA.
Yeah,
like,
that's what happened with Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, he's back with Brad Stevens, but we've seen what Brad Stevens can do in the NBA, so it only...
The fact that he won like 25-some games his first year with that garbage team just blows my mind.
Brad Stevens, man.
Best coach in the league? On the spot? Would you say it?
No, I wouldn't say it.
Who would you say?
Pop.
Yeah. I'm going to say Brad Stevens. But
I know you are.
Because I'm nuts like that. So, speaking of these Cavs, since we're still talking, we have a whole segment here for the Cavs, which is kind of crazy. JR wants a trade. He's going to get fined, too.
Is he? I read something that said he wasn't going to get fined.
By who? Like
from the commissioner, Silver.
Oh, he said that? Oh, they did actually have a press conference. So
Adam Silver said that he wasn't going to get fined.
This is old news. Because he kind of got trapped. Like,
yeah.
Like, do you want to trade? Yeah.
That's not really getting trapped.
I mean, you didn't have to answer the question.
Exactly, but still.
Someone said it's like entrapment or something like that. He shouldn't be fined. Like, come on. He's not a police officer. He's just a reporter wanting to know. So, is he going to get traded, first off? Probably not.
I can't think of a team that would actually want him.
No, it kind of reminds me of, like, Amon Shumpert's trade value last year.
Really?
Yeah, because he's been a good player. He's shown that he could play, but I think he's peaked, kind of.
Yeah, he's definitely past his prime.
And he just plays such a bad, like, style of basketball. Like, if you're not in your prime, it doesn't work. Right. Like, you're not Kyrie. You're taking Kyrie shots. Yeah. But, I don't know. I can't even... What do you think about all that?
I just... Honestly, like, I'm just thinking of all those vets that are on that Cavs team right now that are there because of LeBron. Yeah. And now that he's gone, I'm just like him, JR, Korver, Thompson. They should trade. Not so much Kevin Love. Kevin Love re-signed with them, but
I think Kyle Korver probably has the most trade value, other than like Kevin Love, because Kevin Love has a very tradable contract. Yeah,
it's nothing crazy. Like that, yeah, it's nothing crazy.
But yeah,
But yeah, I mean, every team, even rebuilding teams, have vets like that. But they're just so conditioned to winning, and being like in contention.
He's not playing.
And in contention, like, yeah.
He just wants to. He wants to get. It makes sense why they'd want to. He's trying to get on the Lakers, and LeBron's just holding his hand like, "Stay over there, buddy. I already kept you around when." They traded everybody.
Well, J.R. Smith was pretty good for the Cavs like those first 2 years.
He was just great for him in the finals. Yeah. And in the first year, he almost brought him back in that closeout game. He hit I think he scored 9 points in the last minute. Mm-hmm. Just chucking, but yeah, you're done. JR, you're done. Your prime's over. You're not going to get
You're just going to have to suck it up on the Cavs
this year. You're not contending ever again in your life. He should just face the
Make some dough. Just go sign with the Kings. Make some dough.
Well, he's already making stupid dough. Yeah, he should sign with the Kings. Get back with Amon. They'll make music together.
Make the playoffs.
I just gave him a look. He doesn't see that, but I just gave him one. Okay. More not Cavs news. This is kind of Cavs. This is Cavs news. Cleveland's hosting the 2022 All-Star Game. So back-to-back All-Star games for 2021 is in Indy, and then they're going to Cleveland.
Not huge exciting. Markets.
No.
Not exciting places.
If I was the league, I would have waited
a year or two in between.
I would have waited till after Indy to see how that would have went.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure Indy's gonna be popping though. Yeah. Honestly, because people love their basketball around here.
Indy's gonna be lit. I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there too. Mark it down. We need There's apparently a fund to get us to Tennessee. That fund needs to be changed to get Stonewall and Lorenzo
to Indy
2021. Front row seats. That'd be wild. That's good. That would be wild. I love Banker's Life too.
Yeah, it's really nice when we went
there.
It
was made specifically for
when we went there last year. It was really nice.
That was really nice. When we saw Isaiah Thomas
wasn't a bad seat in the house.
No, not at all. Like we were pretty high too.
Yeah, and it was really good court view.
Yeah, went to 2 NBA games last year. Never went to any before that.
Went to 1 NBA game last year. Never went to any before that.
Yeah,
Wild.
Good times. That was a really good game too. Kuzma kind of went off. Then Lonzo had a good first quarter, but nothing after that.
Yep.
Isaiah Thomas threw the game. Who were
What?
I was about to say, who were they playing?
The Pacers, you idiot.
Pacers. I'm so stupid sometimes, dude.
Now they're playing the Bucks.
Yeah, they were playing the Bucks in Indy. That's what we need.
Bucks Lakers.
That'd be crazy.
That's what we need. A Bucks Lakers fun. Let's go.
So we can fly. I don't want to. That would be rough from here.
I'd do it to go see the LeBron against Giannis.
Nah, that seems like a game that both of them would be questionable going into it. Then they both rest.
That seems like a game I want to watch, even if they're resting. I'd watch them on the bench. Their greatness.
One of our friends last year was like 5 feet away from Giannis.
Was it Peyton?
No, it was Cam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Peyton Manning?
Yeah. Didn't he go watch the Bucks?
Trailblazers? No. Did he?
Or was it the Pacers Trailblazers?
Pacers Trailblazers. Yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of Trailblazers, Trade Dame. Trade Dame 2018. That's the hashtag we should get on.
Trade Dame to the Lakers 2018.
No. Trade. If I'm the Lakers, I don't want to. I swing for the summer, and then if you miss, then you gotta start trading. I honestly think people don't want to play with LeBron. Because Kyrie, like this whole like age group, the Kyrie, because LeBron's older than all the stars now.
Yeah.
So like all those guys are talking to Kyrie, like, how's it playing with LeBron? Dude, it sucked.
It sucked, but I won a championship.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, they did. They did win a title. You're right.
Come on.
But I don't know. I feel like, okay, this is gonna sound dumb, but I feel like a lot of players in the NBA don't care about winning a title.
Honestly, they don't. I completely agree with that. I
wouldn't either. If I'm being honest,
I'm making millions.
If I'm making $30 million,
no real incentive to actually win. I mean, yeah, you might get a little like a bonus, but
legacy as well. But I feel like I know how I would be.
The average NBA player.
Dude, I need to win. No, probably not at first. At first, I'm like, I'm getting paid. Then I'm like, I need to grind to win a title. And then, like year 5, 6, I'd be like, let's get this bread, boys.
Let's get this
Carmelo mode. Take the max with New York.
Carmelo's ahead of his time.
Yeah, he is ahead of his time. Back then, people were like, oh, this is weak. You don't win the title. No, he's making that bread.
He's getting this bread.
Yeah, Hoodie Mello just looks in the mirror. He's just like, let's get this bread, boys. Well, he has like Baltimore blood tattoos all over him.
Love it.
Love Mello. I used to love Mello, but now I kind of don't like him.
Despise him.
Yeah. Speaking of Mello, what do you think of the Rockets right now?
The Rockets look terrible right now.
Their defense is atrocious.
Also, let's not, Chris Paul and James Harden have both missed time already.
Yeah.
So let's wait. They're not fully healthy yet, but their defense is terrible. Melo looks like he doesn't know what his role in the team is. Is he starting? Is he coming off the bench? Is he gonna keep shooting these long twos? Like,
D'Antoni is literally pulling his hair. He's like, "This is why I hated him in New York. Like, why did you bring him here?"
I know.
And then, so I said this going into the season. People didn't believe me that this team was going to be terrible on defense.
I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
They're so bad.
I was like, you still got Chris Paul. James Harden showed he could play defense last year.
He gets steals. He can't lock down, though.
You still got Capella in there. I was like, you lost Ariza and Mbamute. You got Mike Carter Williams, who's a capable defender.
Yeah.
So, really, the biggest... And Mbamute didn't even play that many minutes. So really, you're just swapping Ariza for Melo, and the effect.
You a face like
the effect.
I want to do that.
The effect is insane. Like, it's crazy how big of a difference that made on their defense.
How toxic do you think that locker room is right now?
I don't think it's toxic.
It's gotta be, bro.
I don't think it's toxic.
First off, James Harden and Chris Paul kind of butt heads already. Then you got Melo in there, and who knows what Capella says? Who knows?
Who knows what D'Antoni says?
D'Antoni probably hates his life right now, dude. Their shot was last year. I think they can't win at all. I mean, let's be honest. No one in the West is beating the Warriors. I think the only team that could beat the Warriors right now Celtics, if they all click like at the right time, maybe the Raptors.
Nah, they don't got enough.
They don't have enough.
They just don't have enough.
I don't know. I think the Celtics are the only no team in the West.
Yeah.
It's like the West isn't stacked. They're just the talent is just distributed so well because all the people from the East go to
the West. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the more I think about it, it's gonna sound ridiculous because I'm gonna picture myself saying this 2 weeks ago. The Timberwolves, if they all start playing together, if Cat decides to play, and
the closest thing to being the Warriors
Derrick
in the West
Rose is a shell of what he did last night. Like if he's just a productive, efficient point guard,
defending point guard,
he could be good. I mean, he can be good, but I think he can match up with the guards for the Warriors. But after that, though, I don't know.
Speaking of the guards for
the
Warriors,
Warriors in 6. Speaking of guards for the Warriors, Headband Clay popped off.
Headband Clay popped off.
He is insane. Can you just imagine him being the star of one a team?
What was it? 52 points in 27 minutes or something like that.
I don't know, but
a 50 bomb in 27 minutes.
But he has the most pure highlight reel of all time.
The most pure catch and shoot guy ever.
Screens. It's beautiful stuff, dude. It's so nice to watch. I can't wait till he's on the Lakers next year. He's not leaving.
Clay and AD.
And the Lakers? Okay, I will trade all of the young talent if I get Klay Thompson free agency. I'm trading away Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, Lonzo.
That's what they were saying.
Everything for AD.
Today on First Take, they said to get AD, realistically give up, or maybe it wasn't on First Take, I forget.
Let's think.
But anyways,
write this down.
Give up Kuzma, Lonzo, and I forget who the third one was. It wasn't Ingram.
Really? I feel like Brandon Ingram has
Kuzma, Lonzo, and man, I can't think of who it was. They said Josh Hart, but then I think it was on Skip and Shannon, Undisputed, because Chris Broussard said he wants to keep Josh Hart. If I'm the Lakers, I want to keep Josh Hart. Throw in Lonzo. I forget who the other guy was though. It wasn't Brandon Ingram.
Was it Wagner?
No.
Was it that she dude or whatever?
No, let me look.
Guy? I can't think of it. I can't think of anyone that they have tied up long term that the team would want.
Let me look this up real fast.
You know what I mean though?
Yeah.
You can't either. That's why you're looking it up.
I know.
I don't know. But I'd literally...
Maybe it wasn't. No way it was Ingram, though.
It has to be. Think about it. If I'm the Pelicans and I even consider trading away AD, it has to be Ingram, Kuzma, Lonzo, and 3 first-round picks. Not even lying, dude. Because think about it. It's like trading away LeBron because they knew he was going to be good coming in. Or it's like the Thunder trading away KD.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably more comparable. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to build something. I have one of the top 3 players in the league. Why would I trade them? I don't know. As much as I want to see him get traded, there's no shot. Right? No shot. No shot.
I mean, it all comes down to it all comes down to what he wants. If he says he wants out, are you really not going to give him up and get nothing in return?
I'd die trying.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
Even the Spurs, Kawhi situation, I feel like that could have been salvaged. I feel like the Spurs, if they brought him back, they could have figured something out.
Yeah.
But, I feel like it's killing Pop just seeing, Kawhi kind of do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's playing like Kawhi. Like an old man Kawhi, because he's not fully healthy. I don't think. I think he's if he was in San Antonio, or say nothing happened over the summer, the Spurs said he was hurt the whole time, he probably wouldn't be playing right now because he just want to rest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that like players that do that, they kind of. I feel like that's a trap kind of D Rose fell in. You know what I mean? Because when the Heat were on that 27-game winning streak a few years ago, and
10
the
season.
Bulls broke it. No, it wasn't 10.
Oh,
when Nate Robinson broke it himself.
Right.
D Rose was supposed to be back like 3 weeks before that, and then I remember all these like in the infancy of memes online, people were like, "That's a nice streak you got there." It'd be a shame if someone came and broke it.
Yeah.
Like you can just picture this meme. And he just never came back. He could have played that season, but he just was like, "Nah, dude, I'm good. So we were talking about Clay, right?
This all spurred from Clay.
I don't know. I just went on a tangent. Love Clay. Headband Clay. Interesting. Half of those highlights, no headband.
Is it really headband Clay?
So I don't know. There was like a list. It was I don't know why this reminded me of it, but it was like ranking all the Kyries, and Kyrie
was dead last.
And then
honestly though, I think Kyrie was my favorite.
I liked how he looked with the headband.
Yeah,
like the wide headband.
I actually really liked it.
Okay. So, have you seen Solomon Hill? He's playing with a straight up do-rag.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like he's playing street ball.
Yeah.
So funny, dude. And then masked Kyrie was number 1. Untucked shirt Kyrie, I think should have been number 1, but that was number 2. Wait, no, it was number 3.
Untucked shirt
shaven was 2.
Untucked shirt Kyrie, dagger in the finals.
So would you rather have untucked shirt Kyrie or untucked shirt violently chewing on jersey Kobe Bryant?
Violently chewing on jersey.
Have you ever seen that? He just gnaws on those things. Anyway, Clay's amazing. On Friday, Dwight Howard is making his debut in Washington. I can't wait for MVP Dwight Howard to come back. Like MVP D Rose.
Dwight Howard, the next KD.
Dwight Howard should have won MVP the year D Rose did. Don't at me.
So maybe the league's been playing catch up since then.
What do you mean? Like making up for D Rose winning MVP? This is why he's cursed. It's like
maybe that's why he's cursed.
Spinning the wheel, like Sleeping Beauty.
Karma.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know that was Snow White, right? Spinning the wheel. The apple was Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Duh.
Come on.
Don't know my folklore. So yeah, Dwight Howard's debuting. The Wizards already hot garbage. Probably be even more hot garbage. I don't know. He can do what Gortat
This Wizards
did.
Team though.
He can do what Gortat did.
Isn't Gortat on the Clippers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcin.
Who did he get traded for? Like who'd they get from?
Austin Rivers.
Oh my gosh.
Straight up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Doc did it. I completely forgot about that trade.
That's so weird.
I feel like he'd be better than Gortat.
Yeah, I mean
he's gonna be Gortat bare minimum.
Yeah. Gortat's got a little short game.
I want to see Dwight's extending his range.
If he's not gonna take a single 3, bro. Mark it down.
He said.
I know what he said.
He wants to beat KD.
I want to be KD.
He's changing his game to match that of KD. He's just as tall.
Just as good.
He's just as athletic.
Just as athletic. He's probably
all he needs to do is shoot.
Maybe 2009 Dwight was just athletic, but...
He's a little older, but not really.
Bad back. He got a back of a 55-year-old. He might be able to order off the senior menu if he actually...
Put a little icy hot on there, he'll be fine.
A little Bengay, he'll be fine.
Bengay.
He'll be fine.
Some Bengay lotion.
Anyway, so the rule changes this year. Adam Silver said they're going as planned. They intended for more offense, a lot less defense going on. Have you read this? Guess the league-wide average in points.
121.
Oh, that's way too high. 112.
Okay.
112 is a lot.
Yeah.
It's usually like 104-ish. So 8 points. That's 4 possessions right there.
Yeah.
4 more possessions in a game.
Yep. And that's all from the decreased shot clock.
Yeah.
You think?
From the no. I don't think
off the offensive rebounds?
No.
What do you think it's from then?
I don't know. I think it's just a mixture.
Just up tempo.
Yeah.
Just everyone playing up tempo.
Everyone's pushing the pace. Like,
yeah.
Seeing LeBron try to push the pace is so funny because he's played so slow forever. And like, dude, okay. Speaking of the Lakers, since we're talking about them, I'm going on another rabbit trail here. Do you like Brandon Ingram's new attitude that he's got going?
Ever since he's come back from the suspension,
Well, not even that.
or
It's
just
like,
this season.
yeah, he's like, I'm not coming off the bench. Is that Melo over there? Like, all I know is I'm going to be in the starting lineup. And then he plays like he's done something. You know what I mean? And then he was taking bad shots against the Mavs last night. But then he went on a roll.
I wonder if what everyone's saying is getting to his head.
Maybe. That he's supposed to be the next guy. Honestly, why is everyone saying that? First of all,
Yeah, I don't know. Just because he showed flashes in college, like, being like a killer, having that mentality, but that was in college. He hasn't shown that at all in the NBA, and it's third season now.
Like, he should have made a leap last year.
Yeah, you would have seen it last year.
Yeah, honestly.
Of him being the guy.
Kuzma was the best player on that team.
Who was their number one last year?
Kuzma.
Like, going into the season, I mean. You would think it was Ingram.
Yeah, you'd think. And Kuzma's like...
Kuzma also says he sees himself as a starter.
Kuzma should be
a little turmoil there.
Do you think there's resentment?
I don't think so, but
I think Kuzma's better than Brandon Ingram right now.
Right now, yes.
In like a vacuum, like
yes.
If I had to pick one, I'd pick Kuzma.
Yeah.
I love Kuzma.
Brandon Ingram, I think, has a higher ceiling.
I asked Peyton to get me a Kuzma jersey for Christmas.
I asked Stonewall to give me his Magic Johnson jersey from 6th grade.
No.
Fit me.
Okay, it fits me. Oh my goodness. I can't believe my LeBron All-Star jersey is like ruined.
I know, I noticed that yesterday.
I don't know why. It's just...
How many times did you wear it? Like twice.
No, I've worn it more than that. But like... I might have put it in the washer once, but that was like when I first got it. But it didn't look like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's investigate. It is a fake, probably. Most likely.
Yeah, you got it off eBay, right?
Always, bro. Everyone listening, you can get $50 jerseys from eBay.
And that's why they get ruined.
How many? That's the only one. Look at this D-Wade one, bro. Look at that. Miami Vice D-Wade looks silky.
Looks silky.
Look at this
Look at that Tom Brady one.
Looks silky.
Isn't that one too big?
Yeah, it's too big. It's like weird. It's weird. I think it's because it's just like a football jersey.
Stonewall got me an Aaron Rodgers jersey last year for Friendsmas. That thing is like...
Now it's too big.
Insanely too big.
Dude tells me to get an extra large, and he works all summer, and now he's hovering at 200. Unreal.
My bad.
Yeah, it's on you. This one's on
This
you.
one's on me. It's all my fault. I'm sorry.
You want him to better your life. Alright, anyway. We keep going on tangents. So, AD said today he wants DeMarcus Cousins back with the Pelicans next year. You're giving me a face. Do you not know about that one?
No, I know about it. It's just...
No, I'm saying, like, I don't know about that one,
yeah.
Chief.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Exactly. Like, that's just... What? Like, where does that even come from? How are you still hung up on him? That's what I'm... He's still hung up on Cousins. Go play with LeBron, dude. Come on.
Literally the worst, probably, guy you could have, like, that's a superstar on your team that doesn't fit your style at all. It's DeMarcus Cousins.
And you want him.
He quits on... He doesn't play defense. Like, he picks his spots. Like, obviously he can play defense, but...
Yeah.
I swear, if I had $1 for every time that dude just walked back on defense, I'd be a millionaire. Probably not.
Probably. No, you probably would be.
But he's just, like, he just doesn't care. And then he's kind of cancerous. I mean, I don't know how he was in New Orleans, but...
Right. He wasn't there long enough.
I
don't think to change. He wasn't in New Orleans long enough to kind of change that about him.
They do have a good culture.
But he didn't cause any problems there. So
what if they just get someone in New Orleans? So I did this in 2K, right? Traded everything for Giannis. It gets declined. I go into the settings, trade override on. Trade everybody.
Everybody except for...
Basically everybody but AD.
Yeah.
So I think the team's like... The starting lineup's terrible. But it has two of the freakish basketball players
you need to do that, get LeBron, Giannis, and AD all on the same team.
That's just ridiculous. Come on, we're trying to be realistic.
Yeah, AD exactly. AD at your 5, Giannis at your 3, LeBron at your 4.
Dude, stop. You're making me cry. That'd be crazy. But Giannis is never leaving Milwaukee for some reason. Loves it up there.
I do too.
He also loved Jason Kidd. Great coach. Not a great coach.
Look at him now, 7-1.
Yeah, with Bud. I bet he's loving actually playing in the system.
Yeah, he probably is.
He's like, this is what basketball
is
like.
I think Budenholzer's loving actually having a good player on his team for once.
How dare you? He had Al. He had Paul Millsap. He had Kyle Korver. Kirk Heinrich.
That ain't no Giannis.
You're right.
You're such a psycho.
That ain't no Giannis.
That ain't no Giannis,
All
Chief.
Right, so, we were talking about Kyrie earlier. He's back, right? He's back in form. I think so as well. It's exciting to see.
After the head shave.
Yeah.
For sure.
After it's like that extra weight he had in his head was weighing him down.
Exactly.
My dad used to tell me when I had long hair and I did track. He's like, if you cut your hair, you'd shave like a whole second off your forehead. I don't know about that, but yeah, it's nice to see Kyrie back because, dude, I just love how he plays. He put the Pistons on skates. The Pistons, by the way, not looking bad.
Blake sucks. Come on.
Dude, trade Drummond.
Trade Blake. We're not getting into this. Listen to last week's pod. Trade Blake. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right. So that basically wraps it up for the NBA. Can you think of anything else? I can't. I think
we touched all points you got down there.
We touched all my
all the biggest news.
Expensive notes. Look at that. Look at that line.
We even touched on one point that we didn't want to touch on today.
He who must not be named.
And will not be named.
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy. Alright, so let's go to the NFL. It is the greatest week. Oh, hello. We have a guest. So it's the greatest week in fantasy when we play.
I'm already 1-0 against you.
You're actually 2-0 against me because you beat me in the other league. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, you're 2-0 against me.
Yep. I was talking about just Flanko, but...
Yeah. But I'm not going to beat you this week, and here's why. I'm pulling up my fantasy team. Are you ready? Here's my starting
I was told not to look at this beforehand.
Yeah, because I wanted the reaction from the pop. So, I got Pat Mahomes, dog.
Definitely going to pop.
Deion Lewis and Phillip Lindsay are my running backs. Because Sony Michel...
We're projected to tie.
Questionable. And then Saquon is on the bye. And then my receivers are Cooks and Tyreek. So that's
decent.
I have Emmanuel Sanders. But who knows? Sometimes he gets 25, sometimes he gets 4.
Right.
But without Demaryius Thomas, maybe a little uptake.
Maybe a little downtake. Because he's going to be keyed on.
Yeah, because he's going to be keyed. Yeah, you're right. It's like when Brandon Cooks isn't with the Patriots anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, let's just quadruple team Gronk.
Yep.
And you can't get a pass interference against him because he's huge.
Let's just quadruple team Gronk.
I swear, that's what they do. Oh, and you can interfere in all of those pass attempts to Gronk because he's so big, no one calls anything.
Here's my starting lineup in GOAT status. Drew Brees.
Solid.
Gonna pop off. Mm-hmm. It's against the Rams. They're susceptible to the pass.
What did he put 8 points on him last week?
Who, Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 8 points last week.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
That was against Minnesota. But
the Rams defense is better than Minnesota.
But they won.
Okay, you don't get extra points for winning in fantasy.
I'm just saying.
That'd be crazy.
He put up 20 points against Baltimore's defense, which is better than the Rams.
They should do that. Let's think about this.
It's all situational here.
What if you get a point if their team wins? Everybody on the team gets an extra point. What do you think about that?
No, I don't like that at all.
Why not?
That would defeat that makes no sense. If your team wins, they all get an extra point.
Oh yeah, because it's like you have your own team.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, fantasy football doesn't make sense.
I mean, it makes pretty good sense to me this week.
You don't get a point for a yard.
I'm honestly thinking about starting Phillip Rivers this week over.
Oh, did I just freak you out there?
You did, because Drew Brees has had 2 single-digit games.
And then he's playing the best defense in the league.
But those other games are 38, 46, 35, 21, 20.
It's the law of averages, dude. What's he do for now?
We got Phillip Rivers here. 35, 37, 21, 26, 27, 18, 30. He's a little more consistent.
Phillip Rivers? Oh, yeah.
But Drew Brees...
He's good for 20.
Drew Brees' numbers are huge.
Huge.
or small.
Can you spell huge for me?
UGE.
I'd throw a Y in there.
Huge.
So yeah, and then Tariq Cohen.
Alvin Kamara,
He's
we all
been
know what
solid.
he's going to do. The Rams aren't very good at stopping the run. And Kamara can just walk in the end zone. So
yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Cohen, been putting up huge numbers recently. I think he's an
Yeah, he is.
RB1. Got him in our lineups. Devontae Adams, this dude's big time.
This dude.
He's big time.
Dude, Jonathan Jones gonna lock him down.
That's no. Stephon Diggs.
Put up a fat 4 this week, probably. I have him in
The
the
week
other
before?
league. No, last week he put like 17.
19, yeah.
Well,
19, right, different leagues. But yeah.
He's due for a 4
The previous
now.
2, 3-3.
He's due for a 4.
The previous 2, 14-12. The previous 1, 1.
Yeah, he's due for a 4, Dad.
He's a stud or a
He's
dud.
about to get a 4-header.
He's the definition of a stud or dud.
It really is, though. Yeah.
Njoku.
It's 0. He's going to get you 0.
I don't know.
What did he get
He had
last
2
week?
pretty good
1?
weeks 11. He did get me 0 last week, but he was playing Pittsburgh. This week they're playing the worst defense in the NFL. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, you're right. Jarvis Landry
So,
get 5 touchdowns.
I'm expecting at least a 5-piece from him. Melvin Gordon
Solid.
in my flex.
MVP candidate.
And he has been playing
You have this-
huge.
you have this
19,
so
23,
messed up.
14, 24, 17, 33.
I don't like how you have your team set up. Like,
Why?
Kamara should be in the 1 spot.
What
Gordon
does it
should be in
matter?
the 2. I know it doesn't matter, but it just.
You want me to swap Cohen and Gordon
I
to
don't
that
care
fix
what
your
you do.
problems?
I'm just saying.
There, they're swapped. You happy?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Rams D. This is
But they're
counterintuitive.
playing the Saints.
Like I want the Saints to score a ton, but then that hurts the Rams, so I might swap that.
That's why you should take Drew Brees out, I think.
No, because I want Kamara. You know, Drew Brees is gonna pop off. You're trying to make me
No,
lose.
I don't. What if he doesn't pop off?
What if he does?
Okay.
I should have picked the 49ers defense. Freak. You know what? I'm taking the Chargers D. I'm not going to play the Rams D this week. I just made an executive decision.
I picked up the Dallas defense this week.
And then I got New Orleans kicker Will Lutz.
Yeah.
So you're looking to get destroyed.
So, yeah. You caught me in a bad week. Because, no, I'm serious. Odell and Saquon are on a bye. My two biggest point getters.
Okay. Odell's your biggest point getter now.
No, he's one of them now. Yeah, his averages are huge now.
All right.
He's 8th and he's top 10. Fantasy
Yeah, you're right.
receiver.
You're right.
I know I'm right.
No, you're right.
He's on my team.
No, you're right.
I know. I'm the best assessor of talent in this room.
Let's go around. We'll go back to Boys of Jewel.
Boys of Jewel. Okay.
Do we play in that this week too?
No, I play Schmill. Schmill's about to get these hands though, for real though.
Who am I playing? Oh, I'm playing Nate this week.
He's about to be the fat 6-2.
He is 6-2.
He is 6-2.
We're both 6-2.
Who did he lose to last week?
Schmill.
Oh my god.
So it's the battle of the Titans.
Boys of Jewel's getting interesting.
I mean, not really. We all know who's gonna win.
Yeah, me. I have the best team in this league.
What do you mean? You're 5-3.
So?
I beat you.
Okay. What?
Obviously, your team's not better than mine.
You're stupid. You're so dumb.
What do you mean? My team is stacked, and I have Todd Gurley as my only.
Do I have Sriracha on my pants?
I have Todd Gurley as my only Ram, who could potentially not play at the end of the season.
I only have 2, but I've gone without Cooper Kupp all year. Sony Michel when he comes back, dude.
This lineup is insane. Patrick Mahomes, Todd Gurley, Mark Ingram, Devontae Adams.
Mark Ingram. What did he have last week?
AJ Green.
7.
You know what? He had 9, thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
For your wide receiver, your running back too?
Yimmy Graham.
Oh, yeah, he's great. Jimmy Graham, great.
Whoa.
The fat 2 is about to come from that 5 head. He has a 10 head.
9, 4, 8, 7, 10.
Look up a picture of Jimmy Graham and tell me he doesn't have a 7 head.
He doesn't.
Dude, look at that thing.
He literally doesn't. Yours is just as big. He just doesn't have hair, so it looks bigger.
7 head.
Yours is just as big.
No. Yeah, you're one to talk 8 head over there.
Throwing shots now, are we?
You're coming at my forehead, bro. That's messed up.
Yeah, but you're just doing it because I am doing it. I don't even have an 8 head.
I have a theory.
I have a nice forehead.
I have a theory about. He's taking a picture. I have a theory about foreheads. You want to know why they're called foreheads, listeners at home? I don't know if you know this, Roach. Think about it. Peyton knows it. She's in the room. Put up, dude. Are you really doing this while I'm breaking it down?
Break it down. Let's go.
All right. Put 4 fingers up to your forehead. Roach, listen. Those are 3. Yeah, look at that. Forehead. That's why it's called a forehead. It's not.
You already broke this down to me. You don't gotta tell me.
People spell forehead F-O-R-E.
It is forehead.
No. It's
4. It's what's in front.
No. It's F-O-U-R. Forehead. Idiot.
You can't just change the rules of the universe.
I just did. There was whoever wrote this down, like taking a minute to the words, like, oh, what are we gonna call this part of your head? It's called a forehead. I put 4 fingers in my head.
Well, it's called a forehead because it's in the foreground. It's the front of your head.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
People will agree with me now.
Okay.
All right. What are you talking about? Oh.
NFL, we just finished fantasy.
And then, no, we didn't actually.
We've been going off on so many tangents today.
I love it, dude. I love it.
All right, let's go.
Hold up. So, somebody sends me a trade request, right? Right?
Okay. Somebody who will not be mentioned, who will not be named.
Who will not be
we
named
all know who it is, though.
Because this is the stupidest trade ever. I don't want to put him on blast.
We all know who it is.
So I would get Tom Brady, Lamar Miller, and Nick Chubb. I would trade away Calvin Ridley and Patrick Mahomes. You know how fast I declined this? I got the notification in class.
I would have just swiped it. I wouldn't have even declined it.
I usually don't, like...
I wouldn't have even looked at it.
I usually don't, like, do this. I usually just wait, because I look at it, but then I saw, like, Tom Brady, I was like, oh, intriguing.
Oh, yeah. That was the centerperce. He's trying to get you with
a
little favoritism.
He thinks I'm a homer, but I'm not. I know what to do.
Right.
So I'm like, Tom Brady. But then I realized what league it is. And then I was like, no way he's trying to get Pat Mahomes. So this is all happening in my head while it's taking a little bit to like open it up.
Mm-hmm.
See, the young Dons would trade Pat Mahomes. I click reject immediately. Didn't even look at the rest. Because that's stupid. Like, what is supposed to entice me about this trade?
Tom Brady.
That's it?
That's it.
I might put Pat Mahomes on the trade block. Get some pieces. Do you think if I went to another unnamed player in our fantasy league, I say Mahomes for Gurley straight up, what do you think they say?
In which one? Which league are you talking about here?
I only have Mahomes and Blanco. You have Mahomes in the other one.
Oh, right.
Do you think
he would do it?
Our boy would do it.
No, I know who you're talking about. I remember who has him. No, he won't do it. He's not that dumb.
Yeah, he's not. Who has him in other league? You have Gurley and Mahomes.
That's why I said I'm winning.
Good thing there's no money in that league. Who's the idiot that let that happen?
I don't know. I picked him up. I picked him home up off waivers.
Did you do it week 1? Yeah. I wasn't paying attention.
So.
I was about to ride Deshaun Watson to the sunset.
Yeah, you were.
In week 1.
You still might.
I think I'm starting Wentz. No, I'm starting Goff this week.
I'm
starting Goff.
Watson.
Playing
Denver.
So he can throw 4 picks. Is he in Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that in my life. He's probably gonna hyperventilate.
All right.
Anyway. Trade deadline. Breakdown.
Make some big moves. There's a few.
The Packers.
The Packers made some small moves. They're not big moves.
I feel like trading away Clinton Dix is kind of.
They traded away Ty Montgomery. Honestly, didn't matter if he was in Green Bay. No one wants to say this because one play doesn't define a game, but this play defined the game. He lost him the game against the Rams. That's not blasphemous. He did. You took away 2 minutes on the clock for Aaron Goat Rodgers, to go down. All he needs is a field goal. Mm-hmm. He's done this I've seen it countless times this season, let alone in his career. You know what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen. Give Rodgers the ball at the 25. They'll go down. Kick a field goal. 30 seconds to go. They win. Nope. Fumble. After the coaches told him to take a knee, he decides to run out because he got taken out of the game the series before, threw a little tantrum. I'm doing it my way. I'm going to run this.
Why was he in?
He was the kickoff returner.
Oh, it was from the kickoff. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't in. He got pulled out on offense.
Oh.
And then he actually let up that sack the previous Packers drive that they were forced to punt. The Rams got the short field, kicked the field goal to take the lead. He gave up the sack.
They should have Jamal Williams in there. Best blocking right.
He was a little mad about that too. Thought he was gonna make a huge play. There's 3 Rams already inside the 20, so you're not getting past the 20, let alone the 25. You could have been up 5 yards farther.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing, so I'm glad he's gone. And then trading Clinton Dix. If you're not gonna pay him, get something for him.
A 4th rounder. Though?
It's a little He's played inconsistent since he won that Pro Bowl. Since he made the Pro Bowl in 2016. His play's been really inconsistent. He missed tackles, blown coverages every week, it seems.
Yeah. Okay, so this was a little eventful trade deadline. I don't know if they're usually like this. I don't remember them so many like
the NFL trade deadline's
names.
pretty,
not big names, but like notable names, like Dante Fowler. To the Rams.
I was hoping Green Bay would go after him, but not surprised they didn't.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
For what I forget what was given up for him, like
a 3rd round pick and a 5th.
A 5th, yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah,
for a former 3rd overall pick, 2015 3rd overall pick on the loaded Rams already.
And they didn't give up a lot for him.
Yeah, they didn't give up like anything.
Man, the Rams are just wheeling and dealing. Like that Cooks.
I just don't want to talk about it because Green Bay should have gotten him. But
then Ty Montgomery, we talked about him for a 7th rounder.
Honestly, not even worth that. I would have given him up for free if it came down to it.
Do you think that play like cemented like he was going? Yes. Yeah, I think so too. The Packers deal like
maybe not. Well, maybe not. The fact that he did fumble, but the fact that he like just went against the coaches, like that he did his
what a quick turnaround.
Yeah. And honestly, he was just taking snaps away from Aaron Jones.
Yeah, that's who like the snaps. He wasn't really taken away from Jamal Williams,
right?
Because like him and Aaron Jones kind of had the same game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Golden Tate
to the Eagles.
Traded to the Eagles. Interesting. I mean,
gives Carson Wentz an actual weapon.
Yeah, I mean the only piece.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like an actual weapon. Alshon Jeffrey's been. I don't know if he's injured or just non-existent.
He doesn't exist.
Nelson's back to his alligator arm ways.
Nelson alligator.
I'll never forget when I heard Stephen A. call him that. Nelson alligator arms.
He does have alligator arms though. Yeah. Anyway, 3rd round pick. That's kind of that's hefty. Not hefty, but like.
I mean, if
you're getting Golden Tate, you know who you're getting.
Exactly.
That's the thing with these like picks. I feel like their picks are more valuable in the NFL than like any other league. I mean, maybe hockey. I don't know. Even baseball, people trade away their prospects. Like picks don't matter.
Yeah.
Tom Brady gets picked every year.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know, a 3rd round pick I think is pretty substantial.
Yeah, I'd say.
But it's
4th round pick is like the verge.
I feel like
4th round's like kind of the cutoff, like the midpoint. Anything less than a 4th round is not necessarily super valuable. Your 4th rounders and up, I say, are pretty valuable picks.
Yeah, I agree. Demaryius Thomas gets traded to the Texans.
I was really surprised about that move.
You were surprised he was going to get traded? He was getting traded?
I hadn't heard anything about that all year.
I heard the Patriots were trying to get him.
I hadn't heard anything about that all year.
I guess I don't know. When I heard the Patriots were trying to get another elite wide receiver, I kind of just thought like Demaryius Thomas was one of the first names that came up because like Emmanuel Sanders, he's kind of playing well,
and it makes sense.
The Broncos are in a weird place.
They have that rookie Cortland Sutton,
yeah,
who's looked kind of pretty impressive when he's played.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they traded him. I don't know what his contract situation was like, so I don't know if he was going to leave after this year or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And if it was the case, then it's smart to get something out of him. But honestly, I was just surprised to see it.
Honestly, the Patriots don't need another wide receiver. It would just be nice.
Yeah.
Like if they had Demaryius Thomas, that'd be so nice. Because then you have Josh Gordon, Demaryius Thomas,
Bonafide.
Edelman.
Yeah, you got your 3 guys right there.
Chris Hogan.
He can play. He can play the four
Yeah,
role. He can come in.
The problem is he plays like the same position. No, he doesn't. He plays like the two, but they don't really have a lot of sets where like they utilize the second receiver.
Right.
So like it's kind of tough for him to get catches. Like even when he was like Edelman was out, like he doesn't play slot, but they have him playing slot. So like it was kind of weird. But I'm loving Josh Gordon. First I was iffy, but I'm all in now. Chips rolling. All right. I'm just looking at the NFL website, honestly. Damon Harrison? Don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
Damon Snacks Harrison. He was a Giants defensive tackle, got traded to the Lions. It was before the trade. Like,
a
few days before the trade deadline.
So we're getting to a little days before.
Yeah.
So Eli Apple.
To the Saints. Makes sense. Trying to shore up that pass defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good for him. The Saints kind of have like a weird secondary. You know what I mean?
No.
You don't know what I mean? I just think it's kind of a weird like group of people.
I mean, you got Defensive Rookie of the Year, Marshawn Lattimore in there. And then you get Eli Apple, who's another promising young prospect who's had issues.
How old is he?
He's only like 24,
really?
25.
I thought he was older. I thought he was almost 30.
Oh, no. He's young. Let's see. He's 23.
Dang.
Yeah,
bro.
He's the 10th overall pick in 2016. And he just had, I don't know, like locker room issues there in New York. I don't think he was really motivated to play.
All I know is New York's stocking up for
New York's a dumpster fire right now. Get Eli out of there.
Honestly,
I was surprised I didn't see Eli traded to the Jags. Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, but I feel like Tom Coughlin's like, he's looking at it and he's like, nah, I don't need that again. I could barely deal with him when he was in his prime. But yeah. So Giants, they got the 2019 fifth round pick from the Lions when they traded Harrison, and they got 2019 fourth round pick and then a 2020 seventh round pick. Doesn't really matter, but because that guy's probably getting cut anyway.
Right.
And then Amari Cooper. I feel like this was in our little week break, so I'll just cover it. Raiders to the Cowboys for a first rounder.
I thought that was pretty steep.
Yeah.
I thought it was steep for Amari Cooper, because
I agree.
I mean, he's not like,
he's good, but
I don't think he's a number one. He's super young still, so I mean
I think the Cowboys kind of.
That's definitely a plus side, but
and it's a classic Jerry Jones.
Is he a number one? I don't think so.
Classic Jerry Jones, just
going all in.
Like,
but
they got Roy Williams.
Let's be honest. If that team's missing one thing, it's a receiver. They don't have anything.
Yeah.
So.
Who's their top receiver right now? Amari
Cole Beasley.
Why didn't they sign Dez, bro?
I don't know.
They can still sign him.
They can still sign him, but I don't know what they're thinking. Like, Dez was head and shoulders better than anyone they had in their wide receiver.
How is Dez not on a team?
I don't know.
Is he okay?
He's being blackballed.
Why? He wasn't that cancerous.
That's what he's appearing as.
But I think, has he worked out with anybody?
I mean, he received offers from, I think, like the Ravens and the Browns, but he declined them because they weren't, like, it wasn't enough money.
Well, sometimes you gotta realize the market isn't what you think it is.
Yeah.
You're not worth what you think you are.
Yeah.
Because they can pay these nobodies.
At this point in the season, I don't think he's gonna get signed.
No, I don't think so either.
But
it's so weird. He's not like in TO territory because he's not old.
Right.
Like,
he's like 30, 29, 30.
But football age hits harder than like anything else. So, especially for a skill guy like that.
Yeah, Des Bryant's 29.
And then, okay, so
all those rumors of him signing with the Packers, man, I'm just so happy it didn't happen.
Really?
I don't want him. Like, I don't want him.
If he's not good, he's not gonna play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not taking time from people. And if he's not playing, just cut him. And if he's a problem, just cut him. Because the NFL lets you do that for some reason. Like, they have such NFL sucks, dude.
The NFL does not suck.
Just like the
You
body
have
as a
to.
whole.
You have to be able to do that in the NFL.
Why?
Because that's
so
why.
You don't suffer their consequences of
Look,
signing a
that's
contract?
yes.
That's stupid. You signed a contract.
I know, but it's not stupid.
To deal with your consequences.
That guaranteed money they still get.
Okay, but not as much as the NBA.
Okay,
like
but look at the NBA. You have teams that are stuck in purgatory because they signed bad contracts.
Yeah, because they messed up.
Whereas with the NFL, there's so much parity. Teams are constantly rising and falling because they have the ability to cut like that and change up their roster if they want. They're not stuck with bad contracts.
I guess that just shows the greatness of the Pats.
I guess that doesn't show the greatness of the Pats.
I guess it does.
I guess it doesn't.
Because they just wheel and deal, bro.
Because exactly, they'll sign. Well, they don't really sign people with bad contracts.
I'm just making my case for me.
No, I'm not.
How are you not?
I mean, I am, but
okay, there it is. Continuing.
What I'm saying.
Carlos
no.
That's done.
No, it's not.
Okay.
What I'm saying. You're saying you don't like the way the NFL is right now, like the way the NFL is, how you can just cut players left and right.
Yes.
No consequence.
Yes.
That's led to the Pats' success.
I know. I just said that. What? People at home think you're dumb right now. I just said that.
Whatever.
All right. Carlos Hyde, trade to the Jaguars.
I'm saying don't complain.
I didn't know that. Actually, I did know that, but...
Oh, yeah. I knew he got traded. It's time. It's Nick Chubb time.
Yeah, let me trade Pat Mahomes for him.
Big time.
Yeah, that's big time move. That covers all the trade deadline stuff. Also, Josh Gordon's on here, but come on.
That was way before.
Come on, NFL.com. Get your stuff together. First coach fired. Also,
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson. I've told you, I didn't think they were going to fire him because I thought they were going to, like, trust the process.
I told you, I thought they were going to fire him at some point. And they did.
I'm shocked. I was shocked because, like, why now?
I'm not really shocked. I'm just at the same time, I'm just like the same as you. Why now? Like I thought at first, it would be sooner, like closer to the beginning of the season, not in the middle of the season. But
they're not terrible.
I know, but
Hugh Jackson did lose them maybe 3 games.
He did, and also John Dorsey didn't want Hugh Jackson there to begin with when he got signed this summer, but the Browns ownership didn't want him. Wanted to keep Hugh Jackson. I felt like he should have been gone after 0-16. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your team's made of. You went 0-16.
Who's the Lions coach when they went 0-16? Do you remember? Like when they had like Kitna.
I don't remember.
That team was terrible, but anyway. Yeah, and they fired Todd Haley, and there's talk of the Oklahoma coach maybe coaching the Browns.
Rod Marinelli was that Lions coach.
Rod Marinelli. I've never heard of that dude. That shows how successful he was after. Defensive
coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys right now.
Really? Hopefully he pulls through this week. Like, so stupid. NFL owners are the worst, are the dumbest owners in the league, in the world of anything, any businesses.
Why is that?
Just like, we gotta keep Hugh Jackson, and like we gotta get rid of like Jerry Jones. Let's get rid of Wade Phillips. Like
bring in Jason Garrett.
Bring in the clapper, best clapper in the league. That's who I want.
The only reason.
That's who I want on the sideline.
Clap him exactly. Up, the only reason he wants Jason Garrett is because Jason Garrett doesn't challenge Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he just wants his yes man.
He's his yes, exactly.
And like,
he's his lapdog.
I just hate how involved the owners are in like the business. All these old white dudes just think they know what they're talking about, and then I don't know. Let's bring in John Gruden, 10 years, $10 million.
That's absurd.
It just blows my mind. Like that stuff doesn't happen in the NBA.
Yeah,
that's why the NBA is taken over as the #1 sports league. Anyway, let's go through these games this week. In week 9, we are week 9.
Week 9.
Let's take a look at the games. We know what the marquee is, so we can talk about that last.
If anyone wants to go, just as a side note, if anyone wants to go to the Tennessee Dallas game, ESPN has tickets listed as low as $5.
Yeah, but we know ESPN lies about that because we looked at it. The marquee game earlier. They said tickets low as $50. We saw $237 was the lowest.
Yeah.
And
tickets as low as $5. What the heck? All right. Anyways,
this week kind of sucks. I'm looking at the.
I mean, not really for me. I only care about one game here.
Oh yeah.
Well, not really just one game, but I do care about one game.
Like Bears, Bills, don't care. Bucks, Panthers.
Bears, Bills. Wouldn't be surprised if the Bills ran the Bears like they ran the Vikings.
Honestly, that seems like the most Bears thing to lose to them. Just lose to the AFC.
Yeah, I mean Kansas City, Cleveland.
Kansas
City's gonna win that game.
Yeah, but I feel like
New York, Miami. I feel like Miami will end up winning that. Let's just run through them.
Okay.
All right, right now, Oakland, San Francisco, going on right now as we speak. I already know the score of this game, so I'm not gonna pick it.
Oh, we're picking. You want to pick? Okay.
Yeah, just like.
We should keep track of this.
Yeah, we can talk more in depth about the better games.
We can just go like what the score was the next week. New segment. Just
all right.
Came up with it.
All right.
Should I rate your picks too?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have a notebook.
L. All right. So we're not going to pick the first game.
Let's just start Sunday.
Yeah, let's start on Sunday. I'll go. So we're Bears Bills, right? That's what
Bears
we're
Bills.
Breaking it down. I gotta go with Bears. if I'm
yeah, I think it's consensus here. I'm going with the Bears.
If I want to beat you, I'm just gonna pick the Bears. Okay.
Obviously, it's a superior team, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills somehow managed to beat them.
Bucks Panthers. The return of Ryan Fitzmagic. They should have traded Jameis at the deadline. But if you wait, you can get more for him. But
I don't like all this hate Jameis is getting.
Why?
Because
is he a good quarterback?
You saw what happened with Jared Goff when he got the right coach. Jared Goff was about to be labeled a bust under Fisher, whatever his freaking name is. Jeff Fisher. Get Sean McVay. Boom.
Okay, but
second
Sean
year, boom.
Something else.
Okay, I'm just saying, maybe all Jameis needs is the right coach.
Just give him Sean McVay.
He's a talented player. He's more about as talented as Jared Goff was. They're both number 1 overall picks.
But remember, in that draft, Jameis wasn't the consensus the Bucks were gonna take him, but I remember a lot of people were like
Mariota.
Yeah.
Well, I remember in Jared Goff's draft, he wasn't they were wondering if it was gonna be Wentz or Goff.
Wentz is better than Goff. If Wentz was in Sean McVay's system, oh my gosh, I can't even think of it.
I don't think it'd work.
Why?
Because I just don't.
Because you just are being contrary.
No, I really don't. I just can't picture it.
Just because you can't fathom what it would look like.
Imagine if Aaron Rodgers was in Sean McVay's system. Yeah, so you can't picture it.
I can't. I just did. That'd be insane.
You're insane.
I don't know.
It doesn't translate the same as it would with Goff.
Maybe, but I feel like the system that Wentz ran in college is very similar to the Rams system. Motion, spread, shotgun.
Yeah.
North Dakota State, baby. That's the best John Gruden QB camp ever, by the way.
All right, let's continue.
Bucks,
Enough
Panthers,
tangents.
Yeah, we got to stay focused. Bucks, Panthers. You go first.
I'm taking Carolina. There's no question. Fitzmagic's dead. I don't care what he showed.
He kind of came back in that one.
Cam Newton's playing really, really well this season.
MVP Cam.
He's honestly playing,
dare I
say, near an MVP level.
I feel like we're going to agree on a lot of
But, yeah, he's playing a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for, so.
All right.
Taking the Panthers.
Chiefs, Browns, Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs, too.
They're in Cleveland, though, but that
just fired their head coach.
Who's their acting head coach right now?
Their defensive coordinator, Greg Williams.
Yeah, I figured it'd be that. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I've heard Lincoln Riley is a potential head coach candidate for the Browns, which was Baker's old.
I said that 10 minutes ago.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh.
Come on, dude. Oh, my God.
I don't think you did, but okay.
I literally said it. I didn't say his name, but I said,
so you didn't say it. Oh, okay.
I literally said Baker's head coach.
You didn't
from
say
Oklahoma.
Lincoln Riley.
I don't have to say his name. Okay, you said. Oh, I'm gonna punch you in the face, just right in the jowl. Okay.
It's fine if you didn't say it, man.
Jets, Dolphins. You go first. You said Dolphins.
I'm
right?
taking Dolphins.
I'll take the Jets.
I think the Dolphins defense is low key not that bad.
No, they're not that bad.
It's just all depends. I don't even know who's going to start for the Dolphins. Is it going to be Tannehill or Osweiler? I don't know.
Is Tannehill? He's questionable, isn't he? Like they don't know.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Okay.
So,
this is where it's getting interesting. Steelers, Ravens.
you know, it's in Baltimore, but
Mine down.
I'm going to take the Steelers.
Okay.
They've been playing really well.
I took the Ravens for people that didn't see me write it down.
They've been playing really well, and the Ravens haven't been playing very well recently. So
I'm feeling it, dude. This is classic Steelers Ravens. Classic Ravens in Baltimore. All right. Lions Vikings.
I'm taking the Vikings here.
Me too.
Better defense.
Better
offense.
team.
Better team.
Better coach.
It's just yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah. I agree. Falcons Redskins.
You know, I don't know why you're giving that look because the Falcons are awful.
They're
awful.
Their offense is great.
They're awful.
Their offense is good.
No, Washington.
Okay, I was gonna pick Washington too, but I'm gonna pick the Falcons because you talked me into it.
Because I talked you into losing. Okay.
Yeah, this is a blowout. Texans Broncos in Denver.
I'm taking the Texans. 5-game winning streak. Looking better every week. Deshaun Watson's looking more comfortable coming off that knee injury. Broncos just traded Demaryius Thomas. Case Keenum sucks. Let's just be honest. So as long as the Texans don't beat themselves, I'm taking the Texans.
I'm taking the Broncos. I'm nuts like that, dude. I'm nuts like that. Because Philip Lindsay's going to pop off. Facts. He's going to pop off in fantasy, give me all those points.
Yeah, stop hoping.
Emmanuel Sanders is going to get 28. Pop off for me in fantasy.
Stop hoping. He's not.
And that's it. That's all I got. Chargers Seahawks. Interesting game.
This is very interesting, but...
Remember when we talked about the Seahawks being dead?
They are dead.
The defense is pretty good.
And the Chiefs. The Chargers are about to put them in their casket.
You're picking a lot of road teams. I'm just making that clear.
I like the Chargers.
I'm picking the Seahawks. Because they're at home. That's
I don't care if they're at home.
This is a pick 'em for me. Wow, I thought we were going to
Chargers offense is too good for the Seahawks defense. That is a shell of its former self.
Pete Carroll's just going to outcoach. I don't even know who the Chargers coach is. Do you know? I don't know.
I can't think of his name right now, but I know.
Norm, what's his name?
No, it's not.
Norm Rivers, is that like
it's
forever ago? Not Norm Rivers.
Norm Turner?
The father of Phillip Rivers. Norm Rivers. Yeah.
I know the coach, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Anthony Lynn, I knew it.
Yeah, Anthony Lynn about to get out coached by Pete Carroll. That's all I know.
All I know is he's not. Chargers.
So we're getting to the good games. Rams Saints.
I'm taking the Saints here.
Oh my goodness!
With
I'm
the
taking
upset.
a road team. Well, here's why I'm taking the Rams.
Okay.
They're in a dome. That's it. They're in the dome.
What do you mean?
Their offense is going to suit so well in that dome, dude. Do you not understand like how a dome would help you?
Yes, I do.
You can just—it's like they're in LA, bro.
But do you not understand? They're not in just any dome. They're in Drew Brees' dome.
That doesn't mean anything, bro.
What do you mean?
Brett Favre's Lambeau there. Drew Brees' dome here.
Drew Brees' dome is just as high as Brett Favre's Lambeau.
That's blasphemous, dude.
Drew Brees' numbers at home compared to the road are night and day.
Okay.
He plays so much better at home.
McVay's offense in a dome. Give me that, bro. Gimme. That's a yoinkers right there. That's a yoink.
You're dumb.
Easy dub.
You're so dumb.
The fact that I'm picking the Rams of the Saints makes me dumb?
Yes.
You're dumb. You just said it was an upset.
It is an upset.
You know what an upset is? When the favorite team loses. Idiot. Alright. If you pick this upset, I'm going to pee my pants. Packers Patriots.
I'm taking the Pack.
I'm picking the Pats.
I mean, it's not really surprising. I'm taking that
it's
team.
It's crazy. We're playing each other in fantasy.
And we're playing each other in real life.
And we are playing each other in real life. Not going to be able to watch this game, probably. I'll be able to watch
maybe
the
end.
Yeah.
When Green Bay's smacking on them, but I got to say, Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady in their careers, Aaron Rodgers just 1-0.
Wow, dude. That's a big sample size. That shows a lot.
Against that Pats team that won the Super Bowl.
Okay. Why are you making that like a bragging point?
Because we all know.
The team that won the Super Bowl.
We all know who should have actually won that Super Bowl.
We don't know.
But we do know.
That doesn't make any sense, dude. They didn't
that
get it
implosion, done. Just another example of a boneheaded play from a
boneheaded
player.
Your bonehead is my...
Gets cut the next day.
Is that Grandpa Kraft over there? Bonehead? Oh my goodness.
Costing Aaron Rodgers a Super Bowl. Brandon Bostic.
Oh yeah, because they were guaranteed to beat the Pats that year. Because they
had already beaten them.
That's how it works,
They kicked so many field goals.
If you beat them earlier, you beat them again, dude. You're so dumb. Alright, last game. The snooze fest that will be
Monday night.
A primetime game for the Dallas Cowboys again. Titans, Cowboys.
I'm taking the Cowboys. They're at home, which really isn't that big of a deal for the Cowboys, but the Titans
aren't they bad at
buns. Home? They're relatively bad at home. Like they just don't have a home field advantage.
That's so funny.
So, at least like not based on their wins and losses.
Yeah. All right. So we went through all that. It looks like it's gonna be a blowout for me. By the looks of it.
Okay.
You're picking all those road teams.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. So let's go into the MMA a little bit. Saturday, we get to watch Boy DC. You might not get to watch it because you get off work late. But Boy DC about to put that work into Derek Lewis. He might ragdoll him the whole time. I was watching highlights of DC in bed today. Just watching him throw people.
Derek Lewis might also just throw a haymaker, take off his pants, and say my balls were hot. So
my balls was hot. Dude, I don't know, man. DC gets hit a lot. And the only thing that took him down was a shin bone coming at 80 miles per hour at his forehead.
From a roided,
juiced up
John Bones Jones. That bonehead.
What a bonehead. Taking those drugs, you bonehead. But yeah, DC's the GOAT. Derek Lewis shouldn't even be in the same octagon as him. He gets tired after a round.
That is pretty harsh.
What? That he doesn't belong.
You don't think Derek Lewis deserves a shot?
I mean, I guess. But he can't fight a 3-round fight, let alone a 5-rounder.
Alright,
DC's about to take him in deep water.
Let's watch it. 1. Boom.
He's going to make him so tired that he can't even throw his signature last-minute haymaker. Because you know why? The last minute of those fights are the last minute of the 3rd round, not the 5th round.
We'll see. We'll see. Don't sleep on Derek Lewis.
Yeah, that's all
exactly.
he's getting.
Exactly.
That's all he's getting from me.
All it takes is one shot.
It does. Speaking of one-shot knockouts, Conor McGregor. Like that transition?
No.
Jose Aldo? One-punch knockout? Okay.
So long ago. It's dead.
So long ago. It was like 2 years ago.
3.
That was 3.
2015.
Yeah. So McGregor said he's going to face the next in line if he can't get Khabib. So if I'm Tony Ferguson, I say, I don't need that title.
They've never fought.
No, they never fought.
I don't need that title. I want Conor.
I want that payday. I want that cheese. Because you know they're about to throw down. I feel like Tony Ferguson would, he'd want to prove, Tony Ferguson's the type of dude to just throw. He's so good on the ground, but he would just box with him, I bet. Which, dangerous.
El Cucuy.
El Cucuy.
El Cucuy.
Love it. Alright, so that wraps up for today. Do you have a shout out, buddy?
I do have a shout out. I'm going to shout out, I kind of did earlier in the show too, but I'm shouting out Ty Montgomery for stealing Aaron Rodgers' chance to prove the world how great he is. This could have been an Aaron Rodgers shout out, but you know what, Ty? I'm shouting you out, bud.
Oh my gosh.
Have fun on the Ravens.
He's so vicious right now. You should see him. He's like a dog, barking at the table. All right, my shout out is my dude Arthur Morgan. You're probably thinking to yourself, who's Arthur Morgan?
No, I know who it is.
He is
He's a real cowboy, I'll tell you that much.
He's real. He's the main character of Red Dead 2. That's all I've been playing. And I just feel so connected with this dude. I'm drinking hair tonics, trying to get his beard growing full length in a day. That's where I'm at right now. Taking 1 hour naps, trying to get that hair.
The realism. Unreal.
Yeah, that's all for this week. So we'll see you next week in the next Untitled podcast between myself, Stonewall, and my boy Roach. Good job today, Roach.
I tried.